So we have a different setup here today. I decided to see what it would be like to film at my desk and just move all my computer work equipment over to my coffee table. I also put up some fairy lights, but of course this wall is just like slightly short there, so it doesn't quite work, but we'll see. So today's video, if you didn't already guess by the title, is a pink themed video, obviously, about a camera that I found. I was just randomly on Pinterest and it came up with these, I think I was Googling just because it's my aesthetic. I was like pink tech and stuff like that. And it came up with pink cameras and I was like, pink cameras? I love cameras. I don't have a pink camera. So they all seem to come out like only in Asia. There are actually quite a few that have come out over the years, and like Pentax has one right now that I want. It's rose gold and pink, and my Olympus lenses would fit it, but I'm also like, I can't justify it because I have cameras. I don't need to buy this pink one, and it's an expensive one too. So this is a 7-year-old Nikon camera. This was back when, if you all remember the Ashton Kutcher Nikon 1 commercials, with the first like mirrorless lens move, and I wanted that camera so bad back then just because I thought it looked so cool and sleek, and like he had the white one. I don't think I even knew there was a pink one, and it just looked so cool and sleek, and I was like, ooh, I really want this camera that Ashton Kutcher has, but I never got it, and I didn't really get into photography back then either. So fast forward years later, you can get on eBay, well, you can get a lot of things on eBay, but you can get a used Nikon 1 camera for fairly good. Now I will say I bought a little bit more expensive one because it was basically an open box one, so it hadn't really been used much. It came with 2 lenses, which are like nearly impossible to find now in the pink. The pink is rare, so it is harder to find that. It came with the case, all these things. So I'm really excited to open this. I did open it just to charge the battery, so I have kind of seen it, but I wanted to do a full like unbox, open it. I am not expecting this to be as good as the camera I'm filming on, which is my Olympus OMD EM5, which is my baby. So I shoot Olympus and that's what I love, but Olympus doesn't make a pink camera. I wish they make a pink pen because I would buy that because I have the white pen, but yeah. So this is the Nikon 1 S1. There is also the J one was like a hot pink and I didn't like that as much. The S one came in more of a soft pink. Don't even put pink tissue paper. I actually didn't notice that before when I looked, so that's nice. We're gonna get rid of that now. This also came from Japan and it came so fast. Like so fast. I ordered it last week and it was here today, less than a week ago. I ordered it Friday, I think, and it's now Wednesday. So this is what it looks like box wise. Like, oh, how beautiful. Oh, I love it. I'm not holding out hopes this is going to be a great camera. I just think it would be a really fun camera. So we got all the material still in the bags. Oh my god. Battery, charger, cord, the essentials. They did actually send me a little gigabyte card too. 8 gigabytes, not going to do much. Although this is an older camera, so this isn't going to do much. But it's okay. We don't need to worry about that. Oh my gosh. It's in a case. I actually didn't realize it came with this case. Oh my gosh, and it's pink. Oh my gosh. Oops. Apparently it's hard to keep the lens. Look at this. Oh wait, I have to take the case off to pull the camera out. Hang on. Oh my gosh. So it's got this like adorable case, and there's a strap in here too. Oh my gosh. Like, so just the case alone is beautiful. Like, oh my gosh. Look at this. This camera is stunning. Oh my gosh. It's so pretty. Okay, battery, body caps, those are important. Not really, I never use them, but you know. Yeah. Oh. And then the other lens. So it came with 2 different focal lengths. There weren't a lot of options originally to begin with from the Nikon 1, at least in the colors. There was pretty much, so a lot of them come with the 11 to 27.5, I think is what it is. And that is not a bad focal length. I'm trying to remember, it's not double because this is a special sensor. I think it's even smaller than the Micro Four Thirds. So I can't quite remember what the difference is. Micro Four Thirds, you double it, so I think this is a little bit more than double. So the original one was 11 to 27.5, and I'm not sure which camera that came with. Let me find my mouse. I know it came with the original ones, and that's most of what you can find on eBay. Not that it's not good, but the thing about older cameras is they don't really have the best image stabilization. So they're not going to do as well in like low light, fast motion, things like that. The camera body does not have in-body image stabilization. The original camera lens, the 11 to 27.5, does not have have a lens stabilization. Like it doesn't, the VR stabilization, it doesn't have that. But then they must have come out with one later, because this one, which is why I purposely looked for this one, that's the 10 to 30, which isn't much different than an 11 to 27.5, does have in lens image stabilization, as does this one, which is the 30 to 110 zoom lens. So I just figured if I'm gonna get these and I'm gonna want to use it and test it out, I want a lens that's really gonna work well, because I could have gotten it a lot cheaper with just getting that one lens. But I decided I wanted to go a little bit more up and use it. So this camera also is only 10 megapixels, so it's not going to be the best, but it's not meant to be the best. That's the point. It's just a cute little camera you can carry around and use. So this is the lens, the other lens, but like even the lens is pink, guys. This is so cool. Like oh my gosh. All right, let's put the battery in and test it. Oh, I probably need a memory card. I didn't think of that. I guess this is where that 8 GB card is going to come in handy just for right now, because I didn't think to grab one. That's it. Okay, sorry, I swear I can put a battery in. Okay, 8 GB card, here we go. Because I don't feel like going and finding one of mine right now. I mean, it wouldn't be hard for me to find. I know where it's sitting. I just don't feel like getting up. I just did a whole ballet variation and I'm dead, so. Ugh. Okay. How do I open it? It says open, but I don't know how. Two hours later. My gosh. Ooh, I think I got it. Just trying to separate it. There we go. Maybe, sort of, not really. Alright. I saw a green light. What's going on? Oh, that's not on off. Okay. Keep the zoom ring. Rotate the zoom ring to extend the lens. Oh, it's one of those. Gotcha. So it's like my Olympus one where you have to unlock the lens. So that's good to know. Yeah, so you lock the lens, which my Olympus does that too. Not that lens, but so that's good. Okay, I don't like that beep. I will turn that off. But this isn't bad. Now, it is harder to get to the controls, so if you look, that's really all the controls you get on this. There's not a lot, like there we go. So as you can see, like you don't have a lot of options as far as settings go. And this is what I mean by you had to lock the lens. So you just push the button, it locks it, which turns this off. Unlock it, and it comes back on. So, there is also a flash up here. I'm not sure how to get the flash up. It's in here. I don't know. Guess we should try taking a photo. Did they press it? I haven't read the menu, obviously. So, so if I do this. I mean, that's not a bad photo, to be honest. I would like to adjust some settings because it's not like the brightness and everything. But as far as I know, yeah, you can change shooting mode in your menu here. So this is like your options when you go into the menu. And so if we were to go into shooting mode here, so that's auto, creative, don't know what that is, advanced movie, motion snapshot, best moment capture. Oh, that's all the shooting modes we got? Hold up. Okay, I'm gonna have to play with this a lot more. I know that there were some, those are all camera settings. Noise reduction on. I know there were some options in some of the other cameras to, oh, and the wheel works too. It's not a touch screen either. There were options like the V1, I think even the J1, not the J1, the J like 2 or 3, which were, I don't really know what all the difference was. Those also had a wheel back here too that I think had more programs like the PSAM that you normally get on cameras. I don't know how much I can change in here then. I thought there was more options to shoot, but I'm not seeing like, I don't know, shooting mode. That's not what I want. This is going to take a lot of figuring out. Long exposure, focus mode, area focus, face priority. There are a lot of things in here. I think it's going to be a lot of playing around with how do I change the settings I want to. You can do like almost full manual movie, which is crazy, but like I'm struggling to figure out, like, I just want to know where there we go. Okay, hold up, here we go. Well, all right, so once we go into this creative, then you hit the arrow over and then you've got all the normal stuff. Look at all these options. This is great. So, okay. That explains a lot more. So you can shoot full manual. Depending on how hard it is, I don't know if I would do that on this one, but it's an option. So now let's just turn the camera off just because. I want to switch lenses here. I imagine it's just like any other lens. I'm going to take this hood off though because I feel like that's easier. Okay, twist that way. What's this twist? Of course there, I guess it's that silver dot you line up maybe? There's a little silver bar you line up. I'm used to red dots, but that works too. There we go. Okay. Look how tiny that little one is. Like, that would just be so easy to carry around. I mean, my pen is still small too, so that's the thing. I have tiny cameras with Olympus, but this was so cool. So, yep, we'll unlock my lens here. Woo, that is quite a zoom lens. Now, how zoomed out can we go and get? It's not blurry. I mean, it's through my glass window, so it's not really getting much. Let's see here. That's a very clear shot from all over there. That's not bad. Okay. It's not bad. And that's all the way zoomed in too. Like if I were to take a photo zoomed out, I've got to turn that beep off. This looks great. Like honestly, I'm serious. No, these aren't the highest megapixel photos, but this is just such a cool little camera and clearly fits in my aesthetic. And I'm just so glad that it works as well as it does. Like, it's really cool. I need to turn this stupid beep off because I don't like that. Settings, there we go. Okay. Whew. Now let's try it. Let's see if I take a picture of my camera taking a picture. Oh, this is like Inception. I like that. I don't like having the sound on. So, am I in full oh yeah, there's my f-stop. So it only goes down to 3 point something on here, I think. This one would say too. This one goes down to 3.8. I think this one's 3.5. Yeah. So you're not going to get like super bokeh background. There are other Nikon 1 lenses that you can buy that just may not be pink. They won't match the color, or red, or whatever color you bought. But there are other Nikon 1 lenses. Now they stopped making these. They discontinued them. So getting them may not always be as easy now as it used to be, but you can get prime lenses for these and other things if you really wanted to. I'm not going to because I don't need to. I have other cameras I actually use. I just thought these were really fun. And if you look at YouTube, there are like no videos of anybody with these cameras, especially in like pink. And there's like a Samsung that's in pink. Actually, I think there's 2. There's an older one and a newer one. There's the Pentax, or Panasonic. It's the Panasonic Pentax G, I think. I don't know. It's like pink and rose gold. It's beautiful, but you can only get it from like Asia, and I did find it on eBay, but like I'm just like not sure about that one because it was like $400 to get that, just the camera, which granted my lenses would all work, but I was just like, I don't think we need that. That is not a smart purchase. But this was fairly inexpensive, and gosh, if you even get like the white one, you can get this camera for like $50 if you get the white one on eBay. It's like, as long as you're not looking for like red or pink or whatever the more colors were that everybody wanted. Yeah, so there were other lens options, just not in pink, that I could find, so that's why I got these ones. Honestly, this is beautiful. I am so happy with this. Let's just see. I want to put the case on and see what it looks like. So it screws into the bottom of this, so you can still even leave just this part on, even if you unsnap the rest, like you can snap this part off and this part will still be on. So okay, it's so cute. Just snap it closed, and then so this is what it would look like. It's so cute. And there's your camera. And then we can put the strap on too and see what it looks like. Oh, it even says Nikon 1 on the strap. That's really cute. I actually really like it. I like that it matches too. It's not like, oh, here's this ugly black strap that doesn't match your camera at all. It's pink and it says Nikon 1, and this is literally just an aesthetic camera. Like, I mean, it's not a bad camera, especially when it came out like 7 years ago. It was a good camera. And it was a little more groundbreaking because mirrorless and all that wasn't really a big thing back then. Like Olympus had done some back then, but it just still wasn't as popular. Like people were still like, oh, full frame, you gotta do full frame, which I don't, for what I use it for and for my hobby photography, ballet photography, I don't need a full frame camera. I am perfectly fine because most of my stuff is going on social media anyway. It's not like being like massively printed anywhere. Doesn't matter. So, there's one side done. Don't tell me I just put that on backwards. Okay, no I didn't. I was really proud of myself because sometimes I get really like confused by putting camera straps on still to this day. I don't know why. Okay. I know this is super exciting to watch. Hopefully the audio sounds good. I do have a microphone, but I know it was not a great microphone. It was a cheap one that Amazon recommended instead of the Rode one that everybody uses that is expensive. And I was like, I don't want an expensive microphone. I just want a microphone. I may look into buying one of the lapel ones that people use because I feel like everyone says that those are just going to give you the better quality. Alright, so if I were to just take this extra case off, so it's the bottom half of the case is still on, but so here we go. Look at how beautiful this camera is. Oh, so pretty. And then we're just gonna snap the rest of the case on. So that's my video on the Nikon 1. Sorry, I keep looking at the screen instead of the lens. That's my video on the Nikon 1. Again, this isn't like a serious like, oh my gosh, this is my camera that I'm going to use for all my photography. This is literally, I wanted a pink camera because I love pink, and I thought this was fun and unusual because, like I said, I can't find like any videos on this camera, especially in pink, on YouTube because it's older and people didn't do that back then. I love it, literally as purely for aesthetic reasons, but like I said, it's not a bad camera. It's just not as intuitive to use with not having a wheel to move everything, but it's not meant to be. It's meant to be more of a point and shoot mirrorless camera. Kind of like my Olympus pen, except that's much more advanced, but that also only came out like 2 years ago. So this is probably more similar to like the original Olympus pen that probably didn't have as many controls and things. It's still a great, great camera. I haven't tried video yet, so I don't know how that would work with like sound. I know it doesn't have a microphone input, which most of my cameras don't anyway. I'm just lucky this one does. Oh, we're on video. I didn't realize that. Okay. But yeah, so it'll probably pop up a lot in my photos now because why not? It's Pink camera. If you have any questions or if you want to see like an update on this, I'm going to try and put some little photo samples in here of things just so you guys can kind of get an idea of the photos I took with this. But that's really all I have. This was super exciting for me. It did come with a little lens hood too, so that's, you know, cute and adorable and makes this lens giant. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if you have any questions about it, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!